Strength of materials. Building 7, 9/11. And referencing Dr. Viktor Lewe. Dr. Viktor Lewe, from 1920 to 1936, was a professor in Berlin University in the Strength of Materials Civil Engineering Department, and head of it, I think, for about 10 years, the last 10 years, until he mysteriously dies in 1936, in his 50s. Strength of materials. What Lewe proves is that strength of materials is rotation for two-dimensional forces at the center of tension and bending. Rotating on a Z plane, slightly tilted from the x-axis at 137 as it rotates. And that is what holds everything together. And it's the strength of that rotation is set by the matrix of the assemblage of the shell of each atom. Has its own different properties and qualities of negative tension. So you get the expansion and then a negative tension on the outside. And that, so every material has a different shape, different geometry to its shell, and it's layers of shells. So that geometry has 3 dimensions because of the thickness of the surface. The force is the thickness, meter squared per second squared. Now, that's rotation. So you can corrupt that. Now, I want you to know that the Earth is the center of the universe. The time particle, the single entity that does all this rotation, the axis of the universe, is a particle at the center of the planet. And that is replicated everywhere. So the electrons are everywhere, they're all the same. It's because that's the time particle. You're just seeing it. It manifests itself everywhere from the center of the planet. It's rotation of two-dimensional yin-yang, anti-clockwise. Now, cement gets its strength from water going hard. Think about it. Put concrete down, you've got aggregate, yeah, that's filler, and that's just filler, and giving it a general strength. And then the cement sets to a glue. So it's water, it's very wet, and then you get heat. The water dries really slowly, setting hard. So the water, which is created from rotation, is now not rotating. It stopped rotating. You've slowed it sufficiently that you can grab the strength. Tick, got it. Hold it. And now everything of the cement is now holding the strength of the center of the planet. And from there, so it's the chemical bond of the silicates that are built up there. It's a crystalline structure which should be moving. So cement, the strength of cement is the strength of the planet, the momentum of the planet. So by stopping it on the outside, grabbing it, you slow the fucking planet down. So think about the reinforced steel inside the beams. They are a replica of the center of the planet. The motion has been frozen. So carbon and iron in perlite, the two arrangements that are in the core of the planet, it's carbon and iron moving, and the temperature fluctuation going up instead of down, because of the arrangement of the atoms does work, and that generates heat. You freeze that in the tempering of the reinforced steel. It's a two-dimensional cross-section, infinitely long in terms of a reinforced bar. The length of the bar is irrelevant. It's it's infinitely long to any particular shear section that you take. So you've frozen that motion again. So you've now got the two actions of the planet. You've got the shell of the planet, which is the cement, frozen, and now you've frozen the magma motion at the center, frozen. That's a really strong material, but it's parasitic, and it's held together because the motion has ceased, and that motion is the motion of magnetism. It's a twist in the fabric of space and time. -101 represents a twist that cannot untwist itself, but you've frozen it. All you do is you send a signal to the building 7, send a signal to it, and the magnetic pole switch runs through each atom, and the twist is restored, the motion is restored. Vacuum energy is created, The space that was the cement has vanished, has become vacuum energy, open to the center of the planet. So massive explosion, but it implodes. The reinforced steel, meanwhile, which is now suddenly exposed to vacuum energy and can expand at last, motion is restored to the center of the reinforced steel, and a nuclear explosion occurs inside vacuum energy. There is no concrete left. It's turned into dust. The steel melts because of the incredible heat that is generated. A thermite product is created from the detritus of carbon and iron, an explosive. But the thermite is an evidence of the explosion, not the explosive. Strength of materials. We are made of material. We are corrupted by reinforced concrete. The reason that they're hiding this is because they know it. Dr Lewe proves it in 1906 and 1915 and 1942 and 1993 and Mr. Augustus Domel's tome from the Portland Cement Association. That document, that fucking document, Dr. Domel, I want the truth about it. Because you already know it, and I know it, and now you need to tell everyone. It's confession day, judgment day for you and for everybody who lies. The truth will set us free. Strength of materials. Who knows civil engineering could be so fascinating? Follow the Rebel King.